boys rented himself a bike for a couple of days. I just headbutted a butterfly. Oh man, I'm so sorry.
That's the beer review done.
Part 4 is here. I'm Zach, and for the last week and the next week I'll be travelling Portugal. So I'm here in Vila Nova de Cerveira, in the very north of Portugal, on the border with Spain. In fact, Spain is on the other side of this river I'm about to get to in a minute. So I haven't got really too much planned at all for when I'm here. There's a bit of a mountain or a hill I want to climb, so I'll probably do that tonight and try and get a sunset. I think that'd be pretty awesome. Other than that, we're going to take each day as it comes and see what happens. It's a very beautiful place, this. Very, very beautiful. Loads of hills around, which means, you know, maybe more hiking than I anticipated. But that's only a good thing now, come on. So this lovely gentleman here from the place I'm staying has given me a lift and to some of the viewpoints around, just showing me what's about, the best places to catch a sunset. And this one here as well.
This is the door I said. My mum make these in a small.
Oh,
like
the
I showed.
Yeah.
We have time. Sometimes we make this.
Wow. So we've got another viewpoint here.
Yes.
It's a deer on top of a mountain with some swings. Very popular, especially with the Spanish, apparently. But it's very beautiful, and getting the full tour right now. Thank you.
Like to hear, it's Spanish. We have two.
So this is like a private or secret spot that my host has found for us.
We don't have big view because we have much trees.
It's beautiful. Wow. So we just received like a whistle-top tour of like the best spots in the mountains around here. So there's lots of roads actually to the most popular ones. And so my goal now is switched. Instead of just a sunset, I'm hoping to find a secluded spot, a really isolated spot up on one of these mountains to catch a sunset with a cloud inversion. So I'm back at the room now, but as you can see, the cloud inversions happen here quite frequently due to the colder temperatures and it being right by the ocean as well. And the river helps draw in the clouds from the oceans in the evenings as well. So my goal is to get a cloud inversion sunset. And now I know the places which are popular, so now I need to find my own. That's the plan, that's the goal, that's the challenge of part 4 of the journey, the final part in this epic, I was going to say trilogy, but it's a quadrilogy, a quadrilogy. We'll go with that. That's the goal anyway of part 4 of the journey. So tonight I probably don't have time, sadly, to walk up again to the mountains to get a sunset, but I haven't eaten since 8 AM this morning and it's now 8 PM. So I'm gonna go get some food, and later actually the house is putting out some cake and port. So I'll get some food now, come back for that and just enjoy the evening with whoever's here really. And then tomorrow it'd be nice. It'd be nice to rent a bike and go down to a place called Covas, where there's some awesome rock pools, which I'd quite like to explore, and then get back here in time to go up a mountain and get a sunset. So nobody showed for cake and port. It's just me. So I'm just here eating cake and drinking port on my own. You boys rented himself a bike for a couple of days. So I'm making my way now to a little town called Covas, where there's a nice river, some rock pools and stuff. So I'm gonna make my way there. It's about an 8.5 mile bike, but you know, the place looks awesome. And yeah, we boys rented a bike. Pretty happy with that, you know. It's just sick. The views are amazing. It's roasting hot. You know, barely any cars on the road. Unreal. Absolutely unreal. Flipping that kid. Yeah, steep corner there. That's mad. Nearly died, and I got it on film for you. So, we've made it, people. 8 miles later, we're here. Look at that. So we're going for a swim here later. Looks absolutely stunning. So I've made it to this beautiful little cafe in Covas. €6 this. It's like beef, chips, rice, salad, drink. Absolutely unreal. Unreal. Cobble streets. I'm not the one. Not the one. I've done as much as I can on the bike, but I've got the way back is about 4 miles uphill and then 4 miles downhill, and I'd say maybe about a mile in. I just can't do it anymore. I thought biking was easy, you know, but it's not. It's far easier to walk or hike or run than cycle up a steep hill or a mountain. I got so much respect now for people who do cycling properly, because it's a different kind of fitness for real. I don't know, I might try hop on again soon. I'm too competitive. I hate giving up, but man, I needed a rest. This is exhausting. So that's the crusty old bike that I've rented, and that down there is where we've just come from, and then the rock pools all the way down over there in the valley. So we did a fair bit. Oh, sorry, I'm absolutely knackered. But what a view. Still got a ways to go. About making progress. The incline's dropped a wee bit, so still going uphill, but yeah, the going's a bit easier. And it's really quite remote up here. So this is like a potential sunset spot up here. So it is really beautiful, and as hard as it is, it's also very rewarding and very fun. Man's moving, you know? Man is moving. I just headbutted a butterfly. Oh man, I'm so sorry. I just killed a butterfly with my head. That is devastating. I'm so sorry. So I'm just cycling now to Monte de Gois with the intention of getting a sunset. It's going to be a fairly tough cycle, I think, but for the first part I'm on a cycle path, which is obviously very handy, as you can see. So just taking it nice and steady. Maybe get a cloud inversion a bit later. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see if the clouds move in from the ocean. So for the past mile, it's just been cobbled streets, and I don't know, this crusty bike here, I don't know if there is suspension. It doesn't work. My house is ruined, and I ended up just walking because the company who rented me this bike, they had to take as like an insurance policy either 350 quid on my driving license in case it gets stolen or damaged or whatever. And I don't trust this bike to stay fit and healthy on a cobbled street. Anyway, we've got a bit of tarmac up ahead. That's the goal up there. Cloud does seem to be moving in from the ocean, which is a good sign. So yeah, it's looking promising. Yeah, just listen to these brakes, they're so flipping annoying. I've been doing that all day throughout town. Like all day, I've been cycling a bit fast, got to a corner, had to brake, otherwise I'm dead. And it makes that disgusting screechy sound and everyone's like just peering at me. It's so annoying. But anyway, nearly there. I say nearly. A couple miles to go. We've gone onto the off-roading now. So we'll see how this clap thing goes. I've stashed the bike behind these rocks. I'm gonna make my way up on foot. I can't stand that bike anymore. In fact, I'm gonna give you a bike review. So, acceleration. So it's 0 to 60 is 0. It would disintegrate if it ever got close to 60. Downhill though, it's a lot of fun and you can pick up some speed. But as soon as you go uphill and you try to change gears, the chain falls off. So then you have to fix it and then you stay in a really awful gear. And then it just ends up quicker walking. Look at this, because there's big ass fire back over there. So everything's just been charred, and it's got all of my nice white linen shirt and everything. Where was I? A review. Yeah. Off-roading capabilities, so traction is 0. It is horrific on anything other than smooth tarmac. Like those cobbled streets, nah, you get destroyed. I feel like the bike is just going to fall apart, and I can't afford losing my driving license or paying 350 quid for that. Secondly, off-road terrain such as this, again, it's just a no-go. Terrain is not great. Brakes, again, I'm going to give it maybe a 2 out of 10. It's not, they work, yeah, but they also make a ridiculously loud screeching sound, which deafens anyone in the near vicinity. So overall, I'm going to give the bike, oh, my arm's getting sore. I'm going to give the bike like a 3, no, because it was fun in the morning, it was fun. It has been a lot of fun. I'm going to give it just a solid 5 out of 10. There's a lot of things it could improve on, but at the same time, it's cheap and it's fun. It cost me, it's 12 euros a day. So we've made it to the top, very deserted. Loads of, as I say, it looks like there's been a massive fire here. It's just so dusty, everything's charred. But because it's not the prettiest sort of area, it's really quiet. And as I say, you can't get much better than that. We've got the cloud inversion. We'll have the sunset probably in that direction. Absolutely beautiful. That makes me so happy. I've never seen a cloud inversion before, proper, let alone one at sunset. So, yeah, how awesome is that, eh? I've just cycled 10 miles to the north of Spain, and it was quite a journey because for some reason all the locals were like beeping their horns and shouting at me as I was cycling along this main road. So I don't know what their problem was, whether they were jealous of my crusty bike, which, yeah, I have kept for another day because this place looked interesting. So this place I'm at has some of the oldest watermills about, and so I thought I'd just explore them. I got no phone signal, no GPS or anything, so I have absolutely no idea where I'm going. I just know they're around here somewhere. I mean, from what I remember, I got to head in a northeast direction, but this path is not great. We'll keep going, we'll keep going. So we've made it to our first set of mills. Look how picturesque that is. That is stunning. So that's what one of these looks like. Very basic. Water just seems to flow straight through it, really. So I just started the descent, and there's even more of these water mills. So you boys made it back. I got beeped at another 4 times and shouted at once. Man literally put his hazards on the other side of the road, slowed right down and shouted at me. Like, what is your problem, bro? Anyway, I've searched it up, and in Spain, at least, it is illegal to not wear a helmet in rural areas when riding a bike, except if you're going uphill, which is a bit weird. But they're the rules. So maybe it's that, but I don't know, man. It just seems a bit weird. And I think they were jealous of the crusty old rental bike, or my looks. It's one or the other, you know. So I'm gonna head to a supermarket now and get a pizza for dinner, and then I need to drop the bike off. I need to drop the bike off before 7:30 p.m. tonight, so I've got a couple of hours left. So I've just learnt of a rather disturbing fact. If you remember Andrean from the previous vlog in Sintra, she has told me that the beer I've been drinking, Superbock, is not as nice as Sagres. So all this time I've been drinking the wrong substance. So here we are tonight, and we are going to put that to the test. I have a Superbock 330ml bottle, which cost me 50 cents. We also have, I got a litre of Sagre, because I thought, why not for €1.50? So I couldn't find any bigger Superbock. That's actually the real reason. But anyway, we're going to give them a go. And first was my go-to, the Superbock. Goes down an absolute treat. I don't really know how you describe beers, but it's nice. For the Sagre. The Superbock has a more beery flavour. The Sagres probably slips down even easier. Sagres is also quite a bit sweeter, I must say. If you want something that is easy, super easy to drink, go for a Sagres. If you want something with a bit more beery flavour, go for the Superbock. That's what I'm saying anyway. I mean, each their own, into anyway. I'm actually going to say I prefer Sagre. That's the beer review done. So, today I'm in Viana do Castelo, just exploring really. I was tempted to go to Porto, but to get there and back in a day from where I'm staying was a bit much of a challenge. So I'm here anyway, and what I'm doing today is going on the largest funicular in Portugal, which is essentially just a carriage or a tram that goes up a hill. Anyway, yeah, this one's the largest in Portugal. I think it's about 160 metres up, and I think it might be a bit longer. See, I'll put it on the screen, whatever it is. And it takes about 7 minutes to get to the top. And the top is that palace-looking thing. And so that's where we're going now. So we'll see you there.
Après, je fais vert, tu vois pas y aller. Là, on dit qu'on sera là à droite.
So, turns out there's actually a wedding at this palace called Monte de Santa Luzia. So I couldn't go explore inside or any of that good stuff. So instead, I'm wandering just a bit north of the palace to some old Iron Age ruins. Absolute bargain to get in. €1, because I said I'm still a student. So anyway, these ruins date back to the Iron Age and were occupied as recently as the Roman occupation here. Only 1/3 of the structures have actually been uncovered here. The other 2/3 are under the recent construction of such things as a hotel, the road, and probably that pool right there as well. It's pretty awesome. So there's evidence of like medieval chapels, churches, obviously dwellings of the old people, all on top of this big ass hill. Amazing. And so that's going to bring to a close my trip in the north. So to end the day, I thought I'd go out with a bang, and I went out for dinner and I had this thing called francesinha. That's my only attempt. I'm not going to say it again. That is what I had. And it's essentially like thick bread which has been toasted, filled with cheese, ham, sausage, what else? Like chorizo and beef, and then covered in a stupid amount of cheese, and on top of fried egg as well. And then all of that is smothered in this beer and tomato sauce, and it's served with French fries. And oh my gosh, it was absolutely unreal. Like, yeah, if you're ever in Portugal, it's like a traditional Portuguese sandwich, like found mainly in the north really, but you've got to try it because oh my gosh, it was so good, so good. So tomorrow I'm just traveling back down to Lisbon, so it's got a 5-hour coach ride or so. If anything interesting happens or funny or anything worthy of being in the vlog, I'll record it and add it on to the end of this. If not, this is it. The Portuguese journey is over. It's finished and it's done. And I hope you've enjoyed watching me explore, really. Maybe it's encouraged you to do a bit of solo travel yourself, or maybe it's put you off, like, I don't even know. But anyway, if you've got any questions, comments, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one.